Hey, it's the Rooster, Bobby Leach for the TimesWeekly.com. The Bolingbrook Raiders took on Lincoln Way Central last Friday night, coming off 2 straight losses, and without All-American quarterback Arron Bailey, who was sidelined with a knee injury suffered in Week 6 against Lincoln Way East. To say the least, the defending state champs were not out of the woods, needing a victory to reach win number 6 and secure a chance to defend their state title. Bolingbrook were led out of the woods in the form of sophomore quarterback Quincy Woods, who filled the very big shoes of Bailey by rushing for 122 yards on 22 carries and scored twice in the Raiders' 40-7 thumping of the Knights, proving they're still a formidable team even without the sideline Bailey. The Raider defense was sensational, forcing 4 turnovers on the night and protected the huge lead Woods orchestrated with his quarterback skills. Bolingbrook will travel to Lockport Friday night to close out their season with a likely win and improve to a 7-2 record as the playoffs loom large for the Brook.
Oh, Quincy Woods taking over, filling big shoes. All this talk about the injury to Bailey. Last week struggled a little bit against Sandburg. She didn't get a lot of reps going into the season. Tonight, I mean, you lit it up. You know, you got to be feeling good about yourself right now.
I'm feeling good, but if it wasn't for my O-line, it wouldn't have happened. They stepped up today, and they're the reason I had a good game.
Well, you know, that's true. You know, you can point to the offensive line. Any smart quarterback will say that. But you made good reads tonight. You were making the right reads. You kept the ball when you needed to. You didn't put the ball on the carpet. And your pitches look better. At least that's what Coach said tonight.
Yeah, we working on all practice. I had a full week of practice this week. We stepped up. We had a good week of practice. So when you have good practice, you have a good game.
You know, as a sophomore, you got to come in and you're filling in. First of all, you guys are defending state champ. You're playing one of the toughest conferences in the state, you know, to begin with HF and, you know, Lincoln Way Central and Lincoln Way East and, you know. But, you know, now you're looking at the playoffs and you're hoping Bailey comes back. But, you know, deep down, you're feeling like, hey, I can get us through. I can fill as long as I don't make the mistakes.
Yeah, I can, but we're hoping Bailey comes back because he is my mentor and I do look up to him. And he's a great player. And with him, we would do great. And without him, we have to move on. But he will come back.
Do you get tired running back and forth from the huddle to the sideline, from the huddle to the sideline? I think he put a lot of mileage on them cleats.
Yeah, today, Coach, we tried to switch it up, do a little signals. But, hey, you got to do what you got to do to get the victory. And we came out today successful.
You guys got a lot of size up front this year. But where do you plan on going to school? I mean, you can pretty much go anywhere if you got the academics.
Yes, sir. I've currently 11 offers, waiting on some Big Ten offers right now. So looking at Illinois, Purdue, Indiana, Minnesota. So hopefully one of those will pan out. Going to Purdue tomorrow, going to Illinois later in the month. I've already been doing Illinois and Purdue once, and planning visits to Indiana. So hopefully something in the Big Ten will pan out, and that's where I'm looking to go.
Hey, this program has come a long way from where it was a couple of years ago, and although it's disappointing, the loss tonight. I mean, you guys have played tough all year.
Yes,
you know, I mean, it's got to feel, a little bit. The coach has been saying all season long, my defense. And defense, you guys have led the charge for your team and got it back on a winning track or a competitive track.
Right. Yes, sir. Yeah. I've been on varsity since I was a sophomore with the split with Lincoln Way West, and it's been tough these past couple of years. Just unexperienced guys, not a whole lot of leadership, and kind of this year, the defensive line, us four, me, Joe Lyman, Grant Bartel, and Ryan Grimnicki, really were the leaders of this team, and we've come a long way. This defense is good, and with us gone, they're going to have to refill some spots, but at least now we've established an offense, and we have some good defensive line behind us. So this is an up and coming program, and Coach Huff's doing a great job, doing everything that he can. And so I love this team. It's just you play good people, and we should have had a few more wins, and this was a tough one. It's a good team. So, but yes, sir.
Let's talk about the performance that you guys did on defense. Defensively, 4 picks tonight, really put a lot of pressure on their junior quarterback.
In the beginning, like the first series, we made a few mental mistakes, but after that, we bounced back. The defense played fast.
And offensively, they didn't put you in a bad spot, tonight. I mean, no turnovers. It seemed like Woods was,
sophomore Quincy Woods, he held his weight and he did more.
Yeah, I mean, he kept the offense on the field a little bit longer this week than he did last week against Sandburg.
Yeah, and he put up points, a lot more points. So did Jaden Huff and Omar.
They give you more confidence going into the postseason?
Oh, yeah, a lot more. Coming off of a loss and then turning it into a win, yeah.
Still looking for Bailey to come back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Tough. So let's talk about tonight's game. I mean, this was an important win. I mean, I think going into this, a lot of people, including myself, thought that Lincoln Way Central was going to bring a challenge to you guys, especially without Arron back there. But Quincy stepped up tonight.
Yeah, Quincy played well. Defense played well to start.
Yeah.
We kept it close, and then we were able to pull away in the second half.
You know, they were able to score. They had a nice drive there, were able to score, but and they stopped you. They forced a 3-and-out on offense at first, and then a fumbled kick, a fumbled punt, and put you guys in good field position. And then you're kind of off, but man, that second half, the defense really did flex.
Yeah, we
did. I mean, you guys were you guys were playing loose like you were playing last year in the playoffs. I mean, are you starting to feel that once you know that the offense can at least move the ball and stay competitive, does that give you guys more confidence to do your thing?
Yeah, we definitely have more confidence now. We're starting to make our own. We're tired of hearing about last year's defense.
Yeah,
starting to make our own name.
And sure, I mean, we can't forget by always mentioning that you are a freshman playing in one of the toughest conferences out there, and not intimidated at all. I mean, you really were laying the smackdown tonight.
Yeah, I feel like I'm playing well, playing with confidence, and feeling a lot more comfortable.
Hey, Coach, that may have been a pretty disappointing loss. I mean, I think you coming into this game, you guys looked like you were running with them.
Yeah, we're fine. Bottom line is this: we didn't make enough plays offensively. It's kind of what we've done. It's kind of what we've done during the year. Our defense is on the field a lot.
Absolutely,
and that's not good. The first drive of the game, that's us and how we do things. And then I think after that, finish up the first half, I think we had 3-and-outs. Started the second half, they really pursued the ball hard. Tried to open up with the reverse. Lost yardage. Had to throw the ball on second down. Made a nice play.
I'll talk about Arron. Tonight he had a hell of a game. I mean, he had a great game for you. He controlled the tempo of the game. He didn't turn the ball over. Didn't make a lot of mistakes. He used his legs. I mean, you got to be pretty pleased with his performance tonight.
It's our fault as coaches. We put all the stock in Arron, in which we should, but you got to give your other guy reps. I had a couple conversations with some coaches over the last couple of weeks, and they're like, Coach, how many reps do your two quarterback get? And I said, to be honest with you, none. They're like, well, we do the same thing. I think a lot of people are starting to rethink because, again, you've got a kid that's capable. It's just a matter he needs to have some reps, and now he's getting them.
Hey, Sandburg had a pretty good defense. Knights have had a good defense all season long. And to put 40 points up, you got to be pleased with your effort all the way around.
Once again, Quincy's been working for the last 3 weeks at this, and he did a good job.
Does it give you more confidence moving forward? I mean, obviously you want Arron back.
His pitches weren't there last week, and then this week, he worked a lot on his pitches, his rides, his reads, and again, it's just going to come. It just takes practice.